Looking to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He got 29 yards that time. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. On the move to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, going to change the football.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Michael Brockers. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Some strong running. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Switch. Back nine and out, Philly. Here we go. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Clean. Gun. Detroit. Check three. Now that's Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Look at 56. Here we go now. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, buddy.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Clean. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Go. Here we go. Boom. Back line it up. Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Boom. No. Check. Here we go. Detroit. Sit now, Barney.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. And
the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now after to the punt on that play. We've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Fielded at the 20. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Carlos Williams that time. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Cardinals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and 5. The swing pass caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
10 yards still left on second down. Now they try the right side here. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right on the 30-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Spins by, and now running right through it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Rams on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the wind at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Nifty move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. The play clock's running down. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, here we go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Red zone opportunity. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants, they wind up winning that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
He'll look to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. A great come from behind.